If it can be pulled off, that is. Well, it doesn't work, it's just kinda... But we're at the gravy boat, ladies and gentlemen. Hot production. We're doing it.
Magmabob opens up with a side air unarmed and picks up the sword to be able to do as much damage to Oob as possible. Oob
trying to find a way in, but he can't.
Ooh, Magmabob tosses
He
his
does get the
weapon.
combo and gets two. Gets two. Magmabob looking for that stop.
Goes
finds
for the
that Sair.
Brontos.
Those hammer attacks are gonna be devastating to Cassidy with that low defense.
Absolutely.
Finds
Cassidy.
the Nair. Still going in, trying to get those unarmed combos.
Yeah.
You might want to pick up a weapon, if not to use, at least to throw.
Yeah, that's the first weapon we saw Oob actually intentionally go for, but he was perfectly fine just chasing Magmabob around the stage and going for stuff like that D-Light into neutral air. But a neutral air...
Very hard read from Magmabob, punishing with that ground pound.
Yeah, sending Oob flying into the stage. There's the scoop.
And he gets the scoop, takes the stock off of Oob.
A very convincing stock from Magmabob. Yes, he took a lot of unarmed damage, but he was in complete control with his weapons. Uses the hammer to cover the option of Oob going above and hits him with the mine, dealing a lot of damage to Oob's Cassidy very quickly. Magmabob hits him with the D-Light into the down air, racking up as much damage as he can. Oob goes for the scoop twice in a row, but doesn't quite find it, and punishes Magmabob's ground pound with the sidelight. Kicks him off the side of the stage. Is this the end of the stock? No, it's not. Oob goes for the recovery instead of the ground pound, and tries to cover for the down.
Trying to find that down sick, looks for the side, can't seem to land any signatures, goes back to the unarmed, uses that lob for coverage, finds the disco, sends Magmabob flying.
An excellent usage of the disco there by landing on the stage. Waits for a little while, I guess expecting Magmabob to air dodge, but instead both players, wow.
Finds that disco though.
It's the second disco that hits Magmabob in a row. He's not even throwing those out. He's actually...
If you're doing this to pay homage to Gravy Cancel, you don't have to do that.
I mean, if it's a winning strategy, I think he wants to. Continuing to go with unarmed, finds two unarmed combos in a row with Cassidy, using that neutral light to rack up the damage onto Bodvar. Finds a hammer, tosses aside. He doesn't want that. He just wants to continue punching Magmabob in the face. As the guns does one attack with them and tosses them aside. Magmabob holds on to the bomb and Oobs to continuing to fight him.
Misplaced. Oob looking for that side kick, can't find it. Magmabob goes for the GP. Oob just fires off his guns, gets hit by a mine.
Yeah, Magmabob reads that air dodge from Oob, hits him with the mine on the landing. Oob tries to hit him with the recovery.
Catching his guns, but gets hit in the face with that side light. Finds the side six, sends Oob flying.
Yeah, Oob ends up going for that weapon re-grab signature combo, but misspaces it, and Magmabob punishes it promptly with a side sig from the hammer, taking the lead 2-1. Oob continuing to go in with unarmed combos right now on Cassidy, and he finds one.
Oob, find that side sig. I think Oob may start using weapons.
Indeed, Oob's got the hammer, and he's even these stocks up really closely, 1-1. Magmabob, however, finds the stop and the scoop into new nairs.
Two nairs!
Sending Oob from white to orange. A devastating combo from Magmabob.
Looks for that side sig. That might have been close potential right there.
Ooh, that weapon
Oob with a very nice unarmed combo, but can he get enough pressure on safely to secure this match? He's got the crocky ball, throws it in the other direction. Magmabob quick to punish with the side light, looking for that side air, and he does find it. Got the hammer in hand, looking for the GP, looks for the disco, finds the recovery, and takes the stock off of Oob.
Goes for a disco of his own, doesn't work out, but manages to get that recovery to kill Cassidy off the top. Excellent showing from Oob's Cassidy, but it wasn't enough to bring out Game 1. Will he continue to play it, or will he switch characters? Some nice baby rage from Mantra in the background.
Nice baby rage from Mantra and legitimate rage from Mantra. Very disappointed in his clanmate.
Alright, both players deciding on Mammoth, Magmabob saying yes, and Oob switching it to Hattori. Fairly a drastic change from Cassidy.
I'm wondering if he just wants some really crazy movement speed to try and help out that unarmed style, or if he's actually going to be using his weapon set.
I believe he's probably just going to completely mix up his playstyle.
3, 2, 1.
But we'll find out. Here we go, Mammoth Fortress. Oob, spawning, kicking in the air, and finding no weapons
Finding
so far.
some nairs from Magmabob.
Yeah, Magmabob holds the sword. Both players sparring off the swords right now. I'd be surprised to see who's able to
Another
get the
nair
visuals.
from Magma. He's so good at landing those nairs.
Yeah, a sidelight to carry Oob across the stage. Oob's having difficulty getting any kind of damage with the sword right now. Goes for a D-light, but gets punished by Magmabob's sidelight into recovery.
Hit by the recovery. Very nice. Oob responding with the N-Sig into ground pound. Into recovery.
Attempts to get more out of it with the spear. Tosses the weapon, but
Gets the throw,
Magmabob...
trying to stop the push down. And it's successful. Hits him with the unarmed combo. Picks up the spear. Gets the ground pound. Throws the spear up again just to cover his ass. And does it again to stop the signature.
Yeah, uses the signature to reposition, but Magmabob
Gets hit
finds
by
the
the
recovery. And a weapon toss that's charged to send Oob below the stage, but both players find themselves back on center. And
Lobs the bomb. Takes the stock off Magma.
the mine being casually lobbed into Bob's face, killing him off the side of the map. Oob takes the lead.
Calculations.
Oob holding on.
Gets hit with that downlight side air.
Magmabob holding onto the hammer
Throwing
right
with
now.
that hammer.
Oob's perfectly fine holding onto the side of the stage, dodges the bomb, but gets hit by an in-air, hit off the top of the stage, and Magmabob quickly evens it up 2-2.
Magmabob using that weapon as bait, as so many players like to do, and he's racking up the damage on that squishy Hattori.
Hattori finally finds a way to get in, though, gets the weapon and hits him with the sidelight. Both players find themselves in the yellow. Oob trying to punish with some sidelights on the sword, but Magmabob holding onto the side of the stage.
Oob getting in with that dive kick, goes for the D-Sig, gets interrupted. Magmabob trying to throw that unarmed style out on Oob, goes for the N-Sig, doesn't catch.
But he
Oob
finds
ends up finding a bread and butter combo, looking to pick up that weapon. Magmabob guarding it.
but it hits him with the unarmed and sending Magmabob flying. Uses the spear throw into the neutral sig. I feel like the neutral sig was misplaced. Oh, great piece of mind to use that weapon toss into the mine that he otherwise would have fallen into, but Magmabob finds a neutral
Spot
sig.
dodge, finds the N-Sig, dive kicks to avoid the mine, but ends up getting hit by the ground pound from Magmabob.
And Magmabob takes the lead 2-1, but in the red stock, will Oob be able to end the stock? There's the down tilt into the recovery.
What is the tilt?
I said this right the first time. Anyways, Magmabob down airs off the side of the stage. Oob goes for a
Hold on
charged
to that
gravy.
disco. He goes for the ham.
So a charged gravy, no, just a charged disco into a haymaker. I don't know. Both players opting for some interesting unarmed signatures. Ends up evening up the stocks. Both players find the sword. Magmabob goes for the D-light. The D-light into the side air. And Oob finds himself unarmed.
Not that he's uncomfortable.
Magmabob tossing him off the side of the map with the D-light down air.
Both players trading pretty evenly. Oob finding a spear. Looking for the stun, gets that side light, goes for the N-Sig, and it's cancelled by Magmabob.
Oob holding onto the sword, finds the side signature, sends Magmabob flying. Will he be able to confirm the stock here? Goes to recover, but it misses. Magmabob goes for a neutral signature and punishes with a side air.
Goes for the side sig, gets punished, goes for another side sig, gets punished. Magmabob getting punished for that neutral sig.
Both players
Sig seem to be a bad idea right now.
Yeah, both players just find themselves racking up damage. Whoever's going to be able to get
Ooh,
the first
ground
move.
pounded off of the N-Sig.
And a weapon toss.
Gets
This
hit
is
by
the
the
end of the
weapon
stock.
toss. Are we going to see another one? He's got the bomb in hand. This is dangerous for Magmabob. He gets back on stage, throws the hammer, stops Oob from trying to close out the kill.
And launches Oob off the map with a sidelight. Both players are in the red. Either moves are going to be able to finish it. And there's the recovery.
And there's the recovery from Oob to take the stock from Magma.
Sends him off the top of the map. And game 2 goes to Oob. We're moving on to game 3. So many best of 3s moving on to game 3 this tournament. Absolutely insane. Let's see what these players decide on. I'm not sure. Oob could bring out any character at this point. Magmabob, I've only really known him to play Bodvar, but he might be able to switch his characters. Oob bans out King's Pass.
I don't think I've ever seen Magma playing anything but Bodvar. Oob seems to play everything under the sun.
Yeah. Just depending on whatever he feels like. Wants to go to the hall, Magmabob sticks with Bodvar. What is Oob going to pick? Will he stick with his Hattori or not?
Calling Scarlet.
Calling Scarlet. I'm
Calling
calling
Scarlet.
Azoth.
If I see an Azoth, I will continue to cast, but be Scarlet 1!
Wow, I feel okay.
Oh, I'm the seer. I am the seer. I should have a cowl and a robe.
Montrous now is Seer. Indeed, I'm pretty surprised. Oob goes for the Scarlet. Weapon tosses in unarmed combat, definitely what he likes to do. And we're bringing us to game 3 on the Great Hall.
With the Great Scarlet.
Oh, jeez. Magmabob fires the first weapon and gets a neutral stick, bringing out the damage on Oob's Scarlet pretty quickly. Denying everything he can from Scarlet, he manages to toss a mine into the air, but Oob is having difficulty finding any kind of weapon.
Does get that unarmed off, but he keeps getting he's getting hit with these siders, but the pressure is pretty even. He finds that lance, quick to toss it away.
Oob going in right now with some unarmed combat, still has no weapons, getting destroyed by Magmabob's D-Light combos and sent off
Carried
the
off
map.
by that sword.
Using
Goes
the
for the
Valkyrie.
disco.
Both players are out of weapons.
Haymaker tries to pick up his lance, gets hit by a nair by that hammer.
Yeah, and landing nair no less, being able to launch him off towards the top of the map. Another nair like that would send Oob off the stage. Both
The way
players
that he's moving with those dive kicks is just crazy. Gets the recovery and the ground pound.
using some really heavy moves right now that are connecting with Magmabob. Goes to the Gravy Cancel
Gravy
Sig.
D-Sig. Doesn't work out. Magma missing that downlight.
Ooh, a recovery, and it sends Oob flying, and 2 weapon tosses in a row. Oob is just getting destroyed by these weapons, but lands.
But then he hits the neutral! He hits the neutral sig!
Just lands onto a platform, punches the air, sends Magmabob flying, and Magmabob returns in kind with a
And
neutral air of
there's
his
the
own.
reset, baby. Hot production.
2 stocks to 2. No damage either person. Magmabob opens up the sword, hits him with a sidelight, but finds something else. Oob is trying to fight him right now with unarmed combat, and it's not working out. He doesn't want to go for that weapon. Oob is still trying to challenge his sword. Oob goes for the downer, but Magmabob catches up the sidelight and gets a Gravy
Gets the
Cancel
Gravy
D-Light.
D-Light, chaining up those sword attacks. Oob struggling to find a weapon. He does get that hammer. Throws it, gets the combo, goes for the Gravy D-Sig, ends up getting punished by the side air.
Tries to go for another punish, but Magmabob is just too quick with these sword attacks, punishing every time that Loob lands. Oob holding onto the lance right now, launches it into Magmabob's face, barely dodges out of the mine, and Magmabob has a weapon once again to Oob's unarmed.
Lands into Magmabob's neutral sig and loses his stock.
Launches him off the side of the map. Will Oob be able to do something to end the stock very quickly, or is he going to find himself at a huge deficit? Magmabob tosses the hammer and finds an unarmed combo, but Oob gets an unarmed combo of his own.
Gets the side sig, takes the stock off Magma, catching him off guard.
Both players at 1 stock. Oob throws with the unarmed, launches out that neutral like twice in a row, the second one catching
Catches him
Magmabob.
with some more unarmed.
And he's just racking up the damage. Magmabob goes for that Gravy Cancel D-Light, but it doesn't connect.
Oob hits him again with that Kung Fu. Throws the hammer, doesn't even want it.
Oh, Magmabob tossing aside a sword of his own. They both just want to spar right now with this unarmed combat. Magmabob holds onto the hammer, goes for a side air, but Oob dodges out of the way and holds onto an hammer of his own. Goes for a reverse side signature, but doesn't connect. And Magmabob with the neutral sig. Doesn't
But it
kill.
doesn't take Oob out. He's still in the game. He gets the dive kick into the air combo.
Ooh.
Gets another dive kick into the recovery. He has the hammer. Is he gonna close with that down sig? It doesn't connect. He throws.
I feel
he
like-
throws the hammer.
I feel like
Goes
if he
for the
wants to end
snare.
this match,
And he catches it!
the side air launching Magmabob off the side of the stage, and Oob clutches the match.